Hello, my name is Max, and I'll be guiding you through how to participate in Swarm's upcoming vote on the release schedule for their token. This is the page that you'll see when you load up the website, and it goes through a bit of an overview about the format of the ballot and the options that are going to be presented. It also introduces the idea of range voting, which is the voting system that we use for this particular vote. And particularly for each option, you allocate a number between -3 and +3, depending on how much you like the option. When you arrive here and you're ready to continue, just click on the button. The next screen is to put in your Swarm address. This will give you a visual confirmation of how many tokens that you have, as well as pre-filling the from details for the transaction that will broadcast at the end. You can just go ahead and paste your address in there. This next screen gives you a bit more of an idea about range voting and how to vote. It goes over both what the ballot covers, how range voting works, and then also the details of encryption and how you'll submit it at the end. On the next screen, this is the voting screen itself. You'll notice that I don't have any Swarm tokens in this address, but you should see a confirmation of your balance there. For each option, you should go through and select it on the slider here, depending on how much or little you like it. You might want to put the option that you favor the most at number 3 and put the option that you favor the least at -3, and then everywhere else in between, though you are free to choose any numbers for each vote that you like. You can also hit the details button over here for each. This will give you a more detailed breakdown of exactly what each option entails. Once you've selected your votes for each option, click on Continue, and you'll be prompted to optionally choose a delegate. Now, this is an optional step. You don't have to choose a delegate. If you do know someone else that holds Swarm tokens, though, and you do choose them as a delegate, then your votes will be discarded in the case that they vote, and you'll adopt their votes. Now, if they don't vote, then your votes count as normal. If you'd like to choose a delegate, you can type their address in here. It is, of course, completely optional. Once you click Continue here, you'll be presented with the summary screen. This both confirms the options that you've selected for each option there, your vote for each option, and also your delegate. At the bottom here, we have the transaction in a JSON format. Now, you probably won't be broadcasting this transaction from a console. It is, of course, unsigned. You'll need your wallet to make the transaction valid. You've got two options down here, either to cast using MyEtherWallet, in which case we have some detailed instructions that go over things in more detail, so you might like to have a look at that, or you can cast using another wallet. I'll be casting using MetaMask today to show you how this works. So the first thing is that you'll need to open up your wallet, just like this. We'll also then need to grab the voting contract address. So you'll need to, in your own wallet, whichever you use, come over here and paste in the contract address. Now, keep in mind, this is not the contract address of the live vote that you'll be participating in. This is a test contract. So you just need to paste that in there. Make sure you select 0 for the amount, and then you'll also want to grab this transaction data. This is quite important, as this is your raw ballot, or your encrypted ballot, rather. Now, you'll need to paste that in there. This is just like this. You'll want to both make sure that the contract address matches, the value should be set to 0, and that you have all of the transaction data as it is recorded down here. Once you're sure about that, you can click on Next, and it'll go through and prompt you to send the transaction as per normal. I'll just decrease the gas price here to something more reasonable. And then I will submit the transaction. Cool. Now that I've submitted the transaction, I can just copy the transaction ID there. And while we might have to wait for this to confirm, once it has confirmed, I can come over to the Verify Ballot screen here, where I can paste in the transaction ID. And when I click Check Transaction ID here, you can see that it says that the transaction has been confirmed and recorded correctly. That's what you're looking for. In some cases, it will say that the transaction hasn't confirmed yet, and in other cases, it might say, it might give you a warning. Now, warnings are very bad, but if everything goes well, you shouldn't encounter one. Once you've confirmed that your transaction is recorded correctly, that's it, you're done. If you'd like a bit more of a breakdown about how the ballot is constructed, you can have a look at the My EtherWallet screen here, which has details of the encrypted ballot and the public key that we generate to encrypt the ballot. Once you've done that, you're all done. That's it. It's that simple and it's that easy. So I hope that you enjoy participating in Swarm's liquidity vote coming up, or the release schedule for their tokens. I hope that your experience has been as smooth as mine. Thank you.